feel free to share from your page as well if you want.
Okay, let's see.
I'm getting all like as I now when I go onto YouTube, I get a million Zoom PodTrack P4 next videos because I was watching tutorials. So now they're like, "Oh, you want more of that?"
Now to send this to people, is that on the same screen that we're on, or do I need to go somewhere else?
I think we go to the YouTube page.
Okay.
I send from my phone.
Gotcha. Okay,
I'm
that's
live
smart.
on my laptop, so then I can go on my phone and kind of monitor chats and stuff like that.
Okay, good idea.
Yeah, I noticed too, if I get closer to the mic, I got to get another mic stand because this thing is way too tall.
Clunk you upside the head with it.
But when I get up on it like this, it sounds really good and warm.
It does,
and like, so like definitely the mics are definitely worth grabbing. All right, I got to go to my page. View channel, and we should be live. Yes, there we go. We are live. Yes, it sounds really good. It warms, like, so. Oh yeah, I can hear it on the phone. The mics are. It even sounds really good on the phone. Awesome. All right, now
I'm still trying to figure out how to watch us. I got the channel up.
Here we go. So if you go to the channel, there should be like the menu, and it'll say lives. There'll be video, shorts, and lives. Okay. And I can send you the link. I just got it. So
okay, great.
Yeah, I'll send it in Messenger. So that's the live link there. I'm going to go post it on my page. I hear a little bit of static in the background, but I don't know.
Can you tell which side it's coming from?
I don't know. Mute your mic for a second, can you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's definitely it's coming from your end.
Shoot, it might be my air conditioner, but I got the pop guard on. I don't know why it shouldn't be that bad.
Yeah, and usually my the noise reduction should be taking that out.
Let's see. Maybe there's a setting I can adjust on my end. Let's see. Audio should be on with that. Oh, it's because it's not using my plugin. Let's see.
There we go. Oh, now I can't hear you. No, I'm hearing like weird, I don't know, weird pitches. Sounds like computer noise. No, nothing yet. Oh, now I hear something. Nope, now I got the weird alien noises again. It was on for a second. Yeah, now I hear you again.
It's not coming through my mic. I got to work on that.
Okay.
Figure that out.
Well, let's see what we get. YouTube up. One watching, it's probably me. All right. Do you have iHorror open on your end? Are you on a laptop too? Oh, I lost you again. I don't have anything. No sound.
Not playing nice with my new microphone. That's weird. Okay.
Yeah.
You can hear me okay for right now, right?
Yeah. It's okay. Just there's definitely background noise. So
I'll go turn off the air conditioning. I'll be right back. All right, that should kick off in just a second.
Yeah, your mic picks up a lot of extra noise. Okay, back to where the hell is it? There we go. All right, back on iHorror. Let's see if we missed any of these 5 horror movies from 2025. I'm guessing these are going to be like lesser known. Well, number 1 is Good Boy. The supernatural horror from the dog's point of view. And I did see this one. I love this one.
I have not seen that one.
You didn't see it yet?
I've heard a lot about it, but I haven't seen it.
It's a really good movie, really good concept. It's probably just long enough that it doesn't get old, and because it's a little short. I think it's like 70 minutes, a little bit over an hour. But again, there's like, it's the dog's perspective, so there's not a lot of dialogues, not a lot of character development. It's
right.
Squirrel. So, yeah, right. But yeah, I mean, it's a really good. It's really good. It's fucking heartbreaking, man. It's heartbreaking. And the dog doesn't die or anything like that. Let's just get that out of the way.
Break your heart, geez.
It breaks your heart without killing the dog. You know? That was one of the things that, right. I was like, man, I can't watch this movie if this dog dies. So
exactly.
Google. I had a feeling he wouldn't. He's the star. You can't kill the star of the show. He's got to live. He's the final dog. So yeah, Good Boy. That's definitely check that one out. I know it's on Shudder. And like it took him 3 years to shoot it.
Wow.
The dog's owner is the director and co-star of the movie with him.
Perfect.
And him and his wife like shot the whole thing with their own dog over the course of 3 years. And the dog has no formal training. So he's just like, they did all this with the dog. Like I watched interviews and they were saying like, he doesn't know he's in a movie. We just show him treats off camera and try and get the right response from him and try and get him to do, emote the way we want him to. So yeah, that's why it took 3 years.
You're right. It's giving me plenty of bad ideas of films I can make with my dog.
He's in New Jersey too. I didn't really, I didn't realize. Yeah. Ben Leonberg, 3 years shooting largely alone with his own dog in his own house in New Jersey. Yeah, and they don't even show him like above the chest. You barely get a shot of his like obscured face through some of it. Yeah. So, all right, number 2, Rabbit Trap, which I haven't seen.
I haven't seen it either.
Yeah, and it stars Dev Patel. Dev Patel is a musician. It's 1976. He and his wife Daphne have decamped from London to an isolated cottage in Wales, where he records ambient sounds from the countryside and she turns them into experimental music. This is already a good setup for a horror film because Wales in 1976 is objectively terrifying, and experimental musicians are by nature people who will absolutely go outside at 3 a.m. if they hear something strange.
That's awesome.
Darcy finds a fairy circle in the woods. He records the sounds it makes, and then a child appears. What?
Oh no.
Not a normal child, an unplaceable child, a child with no apparent parents and a very specific interest in trapping rabbits and inserting itself into the couple's home, their routines, their marriage, Yada yada. The child knows things. The child wants things. All right, this one's getting a little weird for me, but Rabbit Trap is a sound first horror film. Blah blah blah. All right, fair enough. I never heard of it before. I mean, I know Dev Patel, but interesting. That's another. Well, there's that undertone that's out right now that is like a sound oriented horror movie. So I thought that was the first one. Excuse me, first one, but not first one because we all know Blowout way back with John Travolta was all about sound, but that was more like a thriller.
Yeah.
A mystery kind of murder mystery thriller type deal. So, all right, number 3, and I haven't seen this one yet either, but a lot of people talk about it being really good. Dangerous Animals. And I know it's like a shark John where they like, it's a guy who like takes his dates unsuspectingly out on his yacht and then feeds them to sharks.
Oh, God.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. I've got a list of some people that need to go for a ride. That's brutal.
Yeah. You haven't seen this one either yet?
No, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, I know it's on, it's streaming and it keeps popping up for like me to check out. I'm not, man, like Jaws made me never go in the water again as a kid. So I tend to avoid shark movies just so
now it's Jaws with serial killing involved. That's next
yeah,
level.
right. This is even worse. Like, so yeah, let's see. Sean Byrne made The Loved Ones in 2009 and The Devil's Candy in 2015. Both are excellent. Both are the kind of horror films people who know horror films will mention when they ask for recommendations. Usually in a slightly exhausted tone that implies they've been recommending them for years and nobody has watched them yet. So this is like hipster. He's a hipster director. He disappeared for a decade and came back with this, a serial killer shark film set on the Gold Coast of Australia, starring Jai Courtney as the most charismatic, unhinged psychopath anyone has committed to film in recent memory. All right, that kind of makes me want to check it out because Jai Courtney, who I've kind of loved and hated depending on the movie. Like, I hated him in that Terminator sequel. I just hated that Terminator sequel. But he's awesome as Captain Boomerang in the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
So let's see. Dangerous Animals is a film that reveals Jai Courtney was simply waiting for the right director to hand him a role that fits, and the right role is apparently, quote, shark-obsessed Australian serial killer who feeds tourists to the ocean as a kind of ritualistic offering, end quote.
Man, imagine being described that way. This is the role you were born to play.
This is the role you were born to play. He is genuinely frightening in it. There is a dance scene. The dance scene is both funny and deeply threatening and somehow makes him more scary rather than less, which is a difficult trick to pull off, and he pulls it off completely.
Oh, that's great.
Hassie Harrison plays Zephyr, the surfer who ends up on his boat and carries the film's survival mechanics with a practicality that keeps things from going full camp. Burns shoots the whole thing with a visual precision that makes the Gold Coast look both beautiful and deeply unsafe, which it is. The ocean is enormous and full of things that want to eat you, and the film never lets you forget it. Yeah, it's now on Shudder.
Make sure you watch it before your vacation.
Right? With the summer coming up, yeah, everybody's getting ready to go to the shore. Make sure you check this one out. Oh, man. It says, watch it for Jai Courtney, stay for Sean Byrne. Come back in 10 years when everyone is recommending it in that same exhausted tone. So, all right. The Ugly Stepsister.
I haven't even heard of this one.
Oh, you haven't heard? Man, this was on a lot of people's top 10 lists for horror last year.
Sweet.
And yeah, it's like another kind of Cinderella dark take, but a little more, and it's not like in the vein of Pooh, Blood and Honey. It's not like that ridiculous dumb shit. It's like an actual, like it's like I heard that the scenery and like it's a period piece and everything is very like beautiful and
Nice.
yeah, the cinematography is really good in it. So The Ugly Stepsister is a Cinderella film told from the stepsister's perspective. You have seen this premise before. You have not seen it like this. Norwegian writer-director Emily Blickfeld, I hope I pronounced that right, takes the fairy tale's implicit premise that a woman's worth is located entirely in her physical appearance and renders it literally. Elvira wants to be beautiful. She will do anything to be beautiful, and anything in a 19th century setting means historically accurate cosmetic procedures that were, to put it gently, not subject to much regulatory oversight. Ouch. Yeah. And
on this episode of Botched.
Right? Yeah, and you see the picture
fun.
there.
Yeah,
she's got the nose. And I remember seeing in the trailer that they show like a doctor. I guess he's a doctor. I don't know. He's got like a chisel and a hammer on her nose and just ready to smash it. And that's when they cut away as he drops the hammer on it. And I was just like, God.
Well, apparently that's not even out of style anymore. There's a looks-maxing trend where guys are smashing their jaws with hammers right now. I'm like, what is happening? Oh my
God.
So this isn't even like out of the realm of possibility.
Jesus.
That's crazy.
Oh my God.
Like, please do not hit your face with a hammer.
Yeah,
don't
really.
Do that by accident. Don't do it on purpose. Come on.
Right. Go to a doctor. If you need cosmetic surgery, go to a professional. Don't do it yourself. Good Lord. Oh, man. All right. So this goes on to say the film is grotesque in a way that has a point. Blichfeld has said she wanted to engage the gag reflex specifically to make the audience feel in their bodies what Elvira is doing to hers in pursuit of a standard she didn't invent and can't meet. It works. Reports from festival screenings included audience members walking out feeling ill, needing air. Not because the film is gratuitous, but because it is precise. There is a difference. The lead actress Leah Myron commits to the role completely, which is the only way a role like this functions. The makeup and prosthetics work by Thomas Folberg and Anne-Catherine Sauerberg earned the film an Oscar nomination for Best Makeup and Hairstyling, a recognition that arrived while the film itself remained underseen outside Scandinavia. So, yeah, I know this is on Shudder as well, I believe. And you can watch it on Amazon Prime and I'm sure VOD. So eventually I'll watch that one. I heard it's, slow burn type. I'm not big on body horror. So, but yeah, everybody talks about it. So at some point, I'm sure I'll watch it. All right. Number 5, Presence. Now I'm sure I've seen this, but not seen the movie, but I've seen it advertised.
Out there,
yeah. And it's Steven Soderbergh, which is crazy. Like he's like a huge director. And he doesn't make horror, but that's why we start this section here with Steven Soderbergh made a horror film. Not a thriller with horror elements, not a prestige film with some unsettling sequences, a ghost story in which the entire film is shot from the ghost's point of view, handheld, drifting through the rooms of a suburban house while a family moves around it.
Fun.
Wow. I had no idea. All right. Now that sounds like a Steven Soderbergh kind of, I want to do something weird. The camera is the ghost. That is the whole film, and it should not work as well as it does. Lucy Liu plays the mother. Love her. The family is unhappy in the specific recognizable way of families where everyone knows what the problem is and nobody's saying it. The ghost watches, drifts between floors, lingers near the teenage daughter Chloe, who eventually begins to sense she is not alone. The film builds its horror not through jump scares or conventional reveals, but through the accumulating weight of being present in a house that is quietly falling apart, which is either a metaphor or not, depending on how you read it. Yep. We won't get into the heavy metaphors. Could be a metaphor for life.
There.
Yeah. The result is a film that feels genuinely unlike anything else in the genre right now, slow and attentive and strange, less interested in scaring you than in making you feel the specific wrongness of a space that is inhabited in ways that don't announce themselves. Okay. Yeah, I'll probably pass on that one now.
I think I watched the interview on that one. I'm pretty sure that's Lucy Liu's first leading role, actually, after all this time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, pretty crazy because she's been around forever. But
yeah, that's wild.
Interesting.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you go. 5 movies from 2025 that we might have missed.
And I did all of them. But now I've got a queue set up.
Right. Yeah, I didn't see. Well, I saw Good Boy. That was it. Yeah, I will definitely watch Dangerous Animals at some point when I'm maybe during Shark Week. When's Shark Week?
That's perfect. I
got to check out the shark movie during Shark Week. That sounds like a good idea.
For sure.
All right. Well, let's see. I'll stop share. Boom. Okay, not bad. Decent test.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't set my lights up or anything. Steph's going to be here in a little bit, and I think we're going to do a review of Vampires in the Velvet Lounge. Which, did you see my write up on it?
I haven't yet.
Oh, yeah. It looked really good.
And it was very.
It was just all over the place with the story. I don't know how some of these things.
I hate that.
Like, yeah, you're like, man, I really like the opening scene was so good, and like the special effects, and Mina Suvari was awesome as a like a green mist vampire.
Cool.
Elizabeth Bathory.
Right.
And yeah, like the kills were good, and there was like some good gore in there, but just like they tried to do too much with the story, and then it was like the biggest like problem for me was I'm watching, I'm like, who the fuck is the main character here? Because we're supposed to be, it felt like they wanted the main character to be this this vampire slayer girl. She's supposed to be the star of the movie, but she doesn't do anything except like monologue over top of her walking around the city and loading her guns and stuff, but we never actually see her do anything until the end of the movie. Finally there's like a an action sequence, but yes, so we spend most of the time with the vampires, and I'm like, are the vampires the main characters here?
Who's trying to get you attached to them before they kill them? Like, what the hell?
Right, exactly. And it really, they did more the one vampire girl, they do more character development with her, and they do more character development with this with another slayer, like a slayer in training character, than they do with the main character of the movie.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, wow, this is I wanted to
sound enjoyable.
No, and you know what? And the movie was like, it was an hour and 45 minutes. If they would have just cut the Slayer stuff out altogether, right? It would have been a good, because it had Tyrese Gibson and Lachlan Monroe and Stephen Dorff, like three like 90s, 2000s heartthrob, big time actors. And they were playing the boys who were like on this trip to Savannah, Georgia to meet these girls that they met online to party with them. And that's like and that was like the fun part of the story. That was the good spot. They should have really focused more on that and let the guys like figure it out and do their thing. And instead of trying to fucking wedge in this vampire slayer story along with it. Oh, it was, yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it was, because the special effects were really good. The actors were all really good. And yeah, Mina Suvari, she could bite me anytime still. Man, she looked great as Elizabeth Bathory with in the green glowing eyes and stuff. And man, yeah, I'm sure some of it was digitally enhanced, but still, yeah, she was worth the price of admission.
Nice.
All right. Well, I guess that'll do it. We'll wrap up and call this a successful test.
Awesome.
I'm going to go listen back to it, just so I can kind of hear what the audio sounds like. And
I'll have to mess around with this microphone and see if I can get that going, so we don't have to worry about that for next time.
Yeah, if you have some kind of, because maybe that my noise canceling isn't doing such a great job on your mic, since it's like a
external,
like coming in through that extra input here. So see if you can get something that kind of cut some background noise down.
Will do.
All right.
Awesome.
I mean, the video looks good from where, it looks way better than my video. I'm using my laptop. I just threw my laptop webcam on though, not my actual camera. So, all right, cool.
Awesome. Catch you later.
Thanks for testing with me.
Absolutely. Have a good one.
See ya.
Bye.